Right, with us we have Francois Erasmus, the former president of Cricket Namibia, but still a director of the ICC board. Now, Francois, you've just returned from Dubai, where you attended an ICC meeting. Just tell us what happened there, especially with regard to associate nations.
Yeah, thanks, Algo. As you know, the ICC has just sold its rights, the bundle of rights for the next 8-year cycle, and obviously has an impact on the finance and the funding model that is applicable to associates. So what we've been dealing with in the last few meetings was exactly that, and that is how we will be funded in future. As you know, it's very important for the top associates to get proper funding. In terms of the resolutions that were taken at the annual conference after the so-called takeover by the Big Three, one portion of that was that in future, 50% of all associate funding will go to the top performing associates. That top performing associate has not been defined yet, but we believe it will be somewhere between 9 to 12, I think, somewhere in between there. Those will be the 12 top teams that will share in that pot. So hopefully at the next set of meetings that definition will be made and put cast in stone. I'm confident that countries such as Namibia will be part of that. Obviously the top 6 currently are the 6 ODI countries, which will definitely be part of that top performing associate bracket, and then there's probably another additional 3 to 5 that will fit in there. Now the essence of the meetings were that decisions were taken about the future funding model. Certain recommendations were made from development committee to the CEC and from the CEC to the board. At the end of the meeting, the outcome there was that the top performing associate definition was not yet made, but certain recommendations are pending regarding that. And then secondly, there was a recommendation that the future ODI FTP would include 12 teams and not the 10 that as currently the situation is. Unfortunately, that was also deferred, and no final decision was taken on that. It will have an impact on the associate world, as what it will entail is that the 2 top associates, being Ireland and Afghanistan, will then move up into that system, and which will open the way for 2 other teams to come from the bottom and enter into the top echelon of the top 8. As you know, after the January tournament, the 8 teams that will participate in the I-Cup will be determined, and those 8 teams will also, at the back of the I-Cup matches, will also play in an ODI series, which is called the World Cricket Championship. And in the current model, in the future, the 2016 cycle, the winner of the I-Cup will play in a test challenge against the lowest ranking test member in 2.5 years' time, and that opens the door for a associate to become a test playing member, who will then play test matches as can be arranged with other full members in that cycle, and that will be a recurring incidents. In other words, in the future, any other team that will end as the winner of the I-Cup will have the opportunity to play in playoffs in order to play test cricket.
Right, and you mentioned now the January tournament that Namibia is hosting. How important will that be for Namibia especially, and also now if they don't make the I-Cup, I mean, what will happen then?
Well, the ICC decision is that as things stand currently, the two top teams in the January tournament in the World Cricket League 2 that is being played here in Windhoek, those 2 teams will fit into the I-Cup together with the top 6, and also play in the World Cricket Championships, in other words in the ODI series. So that's as important as it is. Without qualifying for that, there will be less opportunity for those sides not ending in the top 2 bracket, as they will not form part of the I-Cup in the next 2-year cycle, also not part of the World Cricket Championships, and they will be left to play in the World Cricket League 2, 3 and lower, which will obviously mean less international competition.